Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to check in with the women's basketball team, and with us, redshirt freshman Katie Mavis. And Katie, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
This past week, the Bulldogs entered the week first place in the GLIAC North, and two close games against Wayne State and Saginaw Valley State, and unfortunately two tough losses, but certainly two pretty exciting games.
Yeah, we came out strong in both games and just couldn't do the little things right. So this week, I think we need to get back to the fundamentals and focus on Grand Valley.
Yeah, obviously, before we get to the highlights, new head coaching staff here this season with Colleen Lamoureux-Tate. Just talk about what it's been like to play for her this season.
I've absolutely loved it. I don't think any of us have had a coach like her before. Coming into the year, or into the summer, we weren't sure what to expect. We all kind of wanted a guide coach because we all wanted someone that would like get in our face and kind of just tell it how it is, and that's exactly what Colleen's like. And she cares about each one of us like we're her own kids, and I just love her coaching style, and I love playing for her.
As we go to the highlights of Wayne State on Thursday night at Wink Arena, nice crowd on hand, and the Bulldogs, you got behind early, but you certainly were able to battle back in the second half and really made it a close ball game down the stretch.
Yeah, they came off kind of strong, and we had to battle back throughout the whole game, and then finally in the second half we started to pull it together, and I think we all thought that we were going to have it, but I think that we just can't play safe then. We got to keep going till the end, and that's what's killed us the past two games.
A couple baskets there by you, and then Sarah Deshone with the basket here. It seems like you two have been able to feed off each other a little bit, along with Kylie Muntz, two veterans, and it's got to be nice playing with those two.
Oh yeah, I love it. Last year, I was more on the practice squad, so I didn't get the chance to really play with them, but this year, they're two great leaders, and I love playing out there with them.
Wayne State had a lot of size on the inside, and certainly that was an advantage for them at different stages of this basketball game.
Yeah, both Wayne and Saginaw had a big girl that we kind of had trouble stopping, but I think that without Christina and Katie out there, we've made do with what we have, and I think that Rando and Felicia's came in, and Hannah, they're all doing a good job on the big girls.
You mentioned Felicia Stanley. She had a nice couple games here for the Bulldogs this past weekend and really made a big contribution off the bench.
Yeah, she's been playing really well. It's exciting to see because in practice she gets so frustrated, and then she gets that look in her eye, and then she just goes out there after it, and it's exciting to see how far she's come this year.
Ashley Rando with a basket here for the Bulldogs. Just talk about the style of play that you've been able to play this season under Coach Colleen Lamoureux-Tate, and how that style of play has helped the Bulldogs.
The way that she plays, she's more like a run and gun coach, and she's all about defense in your face, and I think that's how a lot of us like to play. So I think her coaching style has been perfect for our team.
You got the score down here with some big baskets in the second half, and then Wayne State had a couple big baskets that we'll see here shortly to kind of put the game away. But still, nonetheless, a competitive game, and Wayne State one of the better teams as well in the GLIAC North Division.
Yeah, they were a tough team, and I think we're really anxious to play them again at their place. Grand Valley recently lost to them too, so I think that Saturday's game will be a evenly matched game for sure.
Interesting second half with some of the technical fouls that were called and some of the officiating calls made in the game, but both teams seemed like did a pretty good job of battling through that and making the plays. Obviously not quite enough for the Bulldogs, but nonetheless a competitive game, and certainly you take something away from that.
Oh yeah, for sure. They were definitely one of the more rowdy teams we've played, and I think that learning from that game, we just need to play hard the whole 40 minutes and not just down the stretch like we did. But I think that we learned as a team that we can come back after being down by like 14, 15 points.
You come back on Saturday in kind of an interesting week with a game at home on Thursday, and then you go on the road Saturday to Saginaw Valley, and it's always seems like it's always been a tough place for the Bulldogs to play in a different type of environment, and again another close game that was close pretty much throughout the ball game.
Last year when we played there, all the girls were talking about that there was a curse at Saginaw Valley, that they haven't won there in like a ton of years, and then last year we won there and it was a big deal, and then this year I thought that we had it down the stretch. We were playing really well, but their big girl killed us inside.
Emily Wendeling, we just saw her there with the basket for Saginaw Valley. Seemed like the last couple ball games, offensive rebounds were a big factor, that the Bulldogs gave up too many offensive rebounds.
Yeah, definitely. At halftime, that's the main thing she yells at us for, is getting the boards. And I thought that all week, I thought that we had it because that's all we've been working on, is boxing out and clearing them out. But I don't know, with more practice, I think that we're improving on it. So.
A big rebound right there by the Bulldogs on the offensive foul as Ashley Randall comes down with the rebound. And she hit some big threes in the second half to kind of give you a little bit of a breathing room as you got ready to play the final 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, Rando's good at giving us that spurt of energy that we need. And I feel like when she scores, she goes on runs. Once she starts going, she'll keep on scoring. So.
Big basket here by Kylie Muntz as the Bulldogs go to overtime against Saginaw Valley State. And as you went into overtime, what were some of the expectations and some of the focus?
Basically just finishing, because all game or the first half at least, we struggled making our layups, and she just wanted us to take it to the hole strong, because I think by then we were in the bonus and that they couldn't really stop our drive. So.
Big three there that just rattled out, and unfortunately the Bulldogs had a couple of those here in overtime, and we'll see the final shot here from Sarah Deshone, a chance to tie it, to send it into double overtime. Unfortunately, it just came short.
Yeah, I felt like both of our threes that we shot, they felt so good, and I thought they were going in. But I don't know, we'll learn from that game, and we'll come back stronger than ever Saturday.
Obviously, a couple close losses and exciting games, but now you get ready to look ahead as we see this last three-point shot. Bulldogs this week return home. You host Grand Valley State, and I know being a redshirt freshman, your first chance to take part in this rivalry, but I know you've been able to sit on the sidelines, and just what are your expectations going to take on the Lakers this week?
Definitely to win. We're going to come out the first 5 minutes not like Wayne State, and we're going to, I think if we get an early lead on them, then that'll just help the flow for the rest of the game instead of just getting in a hole like we've been doing.
A lot of basketball games left here still in the season, and a lot of goals still out there for the Bulldogs. What are some of your goals and objectives as you get ready to head here into the home stretch?
We definitely want to make it to the GLIAC tournament again, and we really want another shot at Ashland. They've been on our list the past 2 years, and it just really be a good way to end our season by beating them.
As you're at home this week against Grand Valley, talk about playing at home and playing in front of the home fans and what that means.
The crowd here is awesome. Lately they've been showing up really well, and I think that'll be a plus for us being at home against Grand Valley for sure.
Grand Valley, another team that's right there in the race in the GLIAC North. And how much does a game like this mean as you look at the conference standings and you kind of point towards the final half here of the season?
It's a huge game, and we're going to try not to look too far into the rivalry game. Our coach gets mad when she's like, they're just like any other team. They're the same age as you guys. But I think it'll definitely be an advantage playing at home, and they've lost recently to the teams we've lost to, so I think that we're both out to get each other. So
finally, talk about here 3 quarters or so of the way through the season and how you've progressed here in your first season of action, at least on the floor here for the Bulldogs.
It's been a change for sure, because coming into the year I just wanted to get out on the floor. I wasn't expecting to start or anything like that, but when we had a couple key players that couldn't end up playing, I knew I had to step up somehow, and I think that it's been good having Colleen as a coach, because she's really gained or trusted confidence in me, and it's good having leaders like Kylie and Sarah out there showing me what to do and everything. So.
Well, congratulations again on the success you've had here so far, and best of luck to the Bulldogs here the rest of the season.
Thank you.
That's going to do it for another episode of Ferris Sports Update. A reminder, you can follow all the action online at ferrisstatebulldogs.com. Rivalry weekend this weekend as the Bulldogs host Western Michigan in hockey and Grand Valley State in basketball.